looking towards this year, we can share our hopes and wishes for the Nevers and our podcast. We do want to see more set photos, a teaser, maybe the name of the composer that's scoring the Nevers, maybe a little hint at the theme. I love a good opening theme. So, with regards to the show, we can talk about that. I think San Diego Comic-Con this year, there is going to be a teaser. That's my prediction.
I think that's a very reasonable prediction. I mean, we've been in a bit of a drought at the moment, and SDCC is where they demo a lot of companies go all in for Comic-Con. And given its position within the year, it's very, very reasonable to expect a short teaser by that point. They would have had enough time to edit it together after everything started. I would almost be more surprised if we didn't get something then than if we did. Looking at these pictures from the Twitter feed and of the Sue Ryder Hospice, I think it's quite a logical jump to assume that could be, if not the entirety, at least the basis for the orphanage, which is going to prove to be sort of the X mansion, the Xavier mansion for the Touched going forward. Do you have any thoughts on this, Thoras?
I definitely got that X mansion vibe from this. So I am interested to see more of the set photos, if we can see something that we haven't gotten already, maybe some of the cast and costumes. I am expecting some kind of new information at Comic-Con. Might be a little too early for a teaser. I don't know, maybe a more informative poster or something. But I mean, we've been so starved for information. They got to give us something. I am really curious to find out who's going to be scoring it, though, because something Whedon shows are like really infamous for is having really great music. I mean, there are musical cues from past Whedon shows that I find myself humming even to this day. So yeah, yeah. So I think finding a great composer is imperative.
I mean, as you said, Whedon's known for his great music. I can't think of an HBO series which doesn't have an absolutely killer theme tune. With that pairing, they have to absolutely knock it out of the park with the theme for this show. Obviously, my money is still on Ben McCreary as the composer.
Ooh. Yeah.
But, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we got someone like Ramin Djawadi back. And, I mean, he's been working with HBO a lot, and he's an absolutely brilliant composer. I would be totally fine with him helming the sound for the show.
I'm all in on Bear McCreary. All at 100%.
Is.
Plus, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is wrapped up, so he's going to have some free time in his schedule. Even though that guy works a lot, he's scoring like so many different things. But he's in the Whedon family now.
True.
Let's keep him there before someone else snatches him up.
Yes, yeah. Once you join the Whedon family, you never leave.
Just when I thought I was out, they drag me back in.
Yeah. I have a question for both of you. What is your favorite Joss Whedon theme?
Ooh. It's got to be Firefly. Like, obviously, he's made amazing themes. For all his shows have great themes. But just... there's something about the sort of the Ballad of Serenity. It's got a bunch of different names, but the opening theme to Firefly is just it's so beautiful. It is. Everything from the composition, the lyrics, just everything about it is just amazing. And while all his themes are great, that one, I think it really kind of captured the spirit of the show so perfectly.
And the crazy thing is, Joss wrote that theme himself, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yep. I have the Firefly soundtrack. I have many soundtracks of Joss Whedon shows. And it's of him actually singing it. It's so fantastic.
Oh, wow. I need to hear that.
Totally. I have the Firefly soundtrack. I have the Serenity soundtrack. I think my favorite of the shows would also be Firefly. I would give an honorable mention to the first 10 seconds of the Angel theme song. Yep. I don't know. That one always stuck out to me too. I would go with Firefly as my number one, though.
Nice. I feel like generally when you look at all the different show themes, that they just fit the theme, like the theme and the tone and the energy of all the shows. They're so wonderful. I'm on my rewatch of Angel, and Angel, actually, even though Buffy is my favorite show of his, Angel's theme is my absolute favorite. It's like this beautiful instrumental with like a little bit of an edge to it, but a little bit of like folkiness to it that kind of brings in, you know, how old Angel is. And that's my favorite theme. Okay, then talking about this podcast.
Yes.
Tig, what do you kind of hope and wish and want for the next year?
Honestly, I'm just hoping that I'm wishing to continue working with all the amazing people that we have working together. I'm hoping to get more guest hosts like the amazing Thrias and Heather, more collaborations with Never's Cast, are great people, a few more really killer articles out there, maybe break a few more new stories. That would be quite fun. I'm just really hoping that we can continue doing everything we've done over the past year, but do it bigger, do it more, and bring more people into the Whedon family. Create some more Neverites. Always a fan.
Yes, Neverites. That's it. We've coined the term.
I'm trying to make it work. We are the Neverites.
We are. For me, I want to definitely expand and grow the podcast, more exposure, get ourselves out there. I know Matthew's trying to line up some interviews, so the odd interview would be fun. I like the crossovers. I like having these guest hosts. I think that brings us like a fresh, I wouldn't say fresh face, but a fresh voice, just kind of mix it up a little bit. For myself personally, I'm going to continue writing for the website and hopefully produce, I will produce, and hopefully they'll be interesting and folks will like them. So I'm really excited to look forward to that and see where that kind of takes me and us. And then also Patreon. I'm really interested to see how that goes. And I hope folks sign up because we have some really fun ideas. And I think that will really, really help kind of explode our fan base and just kind of really solidify everything and bring kind of our commitment level to the top. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And then Thrias, since you are a listener, what are your thoughts and wishes for us as a website and the podcast? What do you want to hear? What do you want? What do you want from us?
Well, speaking as a listener, I suppose anything you guys want to do, I'm down for, because I'm just, I find it very refreshing to hear from people speaking about Joss's work and his shows in in a positive light, because it seems like there are so many people out there online especially who are still very unforgiving of him for certain personal indiscretions that you talked about in the past, and also I hated that one line that he gave Black Widow in Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm still so irritated that people took that line out of context. People on Tumblr are still talking about that, still have not forgiven him for that. Guys, move on, please. Please, can you do you have no forgiveness in your heart for the guy who gave us Firefly and Buffy? I mean, come on, please. It is not the end of the world. So
indeed.
Just whatever kind of positive content you guys are down for, I'll be listening.